Our understanding of spiritual knowing, faith, purpose of life, living, and happiness are different than the world.
Understanding about anything in life is dependent upon the extent of one's reality. If your reality is small, you will know fewer things, and your understanding of reality about the few things you know will be shallow. Why our understanding is different than most people is our understanding of everything from spiritual knowing, faith, purpose of life, and happiness comes from supreme reality. We live in a relationship, in a real relationship with supreme reality. We experience supreme reality. The extent of our reality is up to supreme reality. So even if we are applying our awareness to a physical thing, to the smallest physical situation, we still understand dimensions of it and depths of it up to a completeness that is not possible when we only accept the physical reality. The world, people in the world today accept only what is physical, what they can touch, what they can examine, what they can physically relate with, what they can change, work upon, acquire or avoid. And everyone's reality, I always share when I talk about reality, is different. The smallest extent, when people only accept material reality, does not include spiritual knowing or faith. It only has a purpose which is given by either feeling some lack or some insecurity or pursuing some pleasure. At our level, purpose of life does not arise from such material lacks. Anyone who has a larger extent of reality than just the material reality, who accepts spiritual reality, knows more. So in those who accept the spiritual reality, again, I would divide into two parts. One is those who accept spiritual reality through religion. Religion is also beliefs. It is not a reality that people have experienced. By experiencing, I mean experienced objectively. Even spiritual reality can be experienced objectively. The other part is those people who accept spiritual reality and in a real way are in a relationship with it. The extent of reality of such people is much larger. Their faith is more real. Their spiritual knowing is much wider and real. So they can proportionately understand more, live deeper, find more happiness, will have less fear. The ultimate reality is supreme reality. Mystics and mystical seekers have the largest extent of knowing spiritual reality, and this extent, this supreme extent, this limitless extent is God. Mystics relate with God, experience God. Mystical seekers relate with God and experience God. And their reality is far, far different. Far, because it is very deep. It is complete. So, most times it will appear to people in the world that the deepest reality and the shallowest reality conflict. But this conflict is only visible from the material perception, when the point of view is in the material. From our point of view, there is no conflict. We only see people who don't accept spiritual reality as lacking knowing, the extent of knowing which those who are deeply spiritually connected have. And that is why when we share our reality, when we share the way we live, when we say from our experiences that without knowing spiritual reality deep enough, real happiness is not possible. People disagree, reason against it, debate, and start thinking that what we are sharing is not true. This is something which one has to be very careful about, because if you judge mystical reality from a much smaller material reality, you will become unaccepting of it and will then not be open towards it and will miss ever getting connected with it.